Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayanti. Nashtuprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttamam Shloke Bhaktir Bhakti Nashtikati. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 5, Vidura talks with Maitreya. Text number 49 onwards. Yavad balim te ajharam kale yatha vayam chanam dam yatra yatho bhayesham taime hi loka balim haranto badanti nuha. O unborn one, please enlighten us regarding the ways and means by which we can offer you all enjoyable grains and commodities, so that both we and all of the living entities in this world can maintain ourselves without disturbance and can easily accumulate the necessities of life, both for you and for ourselves. So demigods are further praying, saying, O unborn ones, means demigods are not the unborn ones, only Krishna is the unborn one, or Lord Vishnu. So they're asking how we can offer you sacrifice. So, and the purpose of sacrifice is to maintain ourselves without disturbance. That's the real purpose. Developed consciousness begins from the human form of life and further increases in the forms of the demigods living in higher planets. The earth is situated almost in the middle of the universe, and the human form of life is a via medium between the life of the demigods and that of the demons. The planetary system above the earth are especially meant for the higher intellectuals called demigods. They are called demigods because although their standard of life is far more advanced in culture, enjoyment, luxury, beauty, education, and duration of life, they are always fully God conscious. So that's why one should not despise a demigod, especially when we come to, especially to ISKCON and read Prabhupada books. Prabhupada put down the position of demigods for us to understand that they are not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Prabhupada in his own books is saying they are always fully God conscious. So we have to understand the position of demigods. But somehow we become like, oh, demigods, you're a demigod worshipper, you're no good. I'm a Krishna worshipper. See how good I am? That's not even humility. How can be anybody good devotee if he is acting like that? Such demigods are always ready to render service to the Supreme Lord because they're perfectly aware of the fact that every living entity is constitutionally an eternal subordinate servitor of the Lord. See the prayers of the demigods and Prabhupada's commentary on these prayers. They also know that it's the Lord only who can maintain all living entities with all the necessities of life. The Vedic hymns, Eko Bahunam Yavidadadi Kaman, the Enam Abruvan Ayantam Nahi, Prajanihi Yasmin Pratishtha, Annam Adani, etc. confirm this truth. In Bhagavad Gita also the Lord is mentioned as Bhutavrit, or the maintainer of all living creatures. Maintainer of all living creatures, including the demigods. So the demigods, Devi, Devta, they know this position very well. They know their position, they know the position of Krishna. Okay. Sometimes by Krishna's Yog Maya, they come under the influence of Yog Maya and they have some pastimes with the Lord, but that is to ascertain, to establish the supreme position of the Lord. Ultimately, this is what happens. Supreme position of Krishna is established, and sometimes Krishna wants to give respect to the demigods. So some lila happens. So he also wants to give respect. Like Krishna wanted to give uh, glories, or he wanted to glorify Arjun and his fighting. So he let Arjun fight. He killed so many warriors in Mahabharata. But we saw in the universal form, Krishna said, all these warriors who were assembled here, they're going to die. They're not going to go back alive. So you better kill and take the glory. So we have to understand the truth. Just like when Lord Ram, he established Shivlinga at Rameshwaram and he worshipped Shivlinga. So many commentators say because Raman was a devotee of Shivji and Ram wanted to take permission from Shivji, or it happened after Ram came back. So Ram wanted to pacify Shivji that I have killed your devotee. Lord Ram doesn't have to pacify anybody, not Shivji. Yes, Ravan was a devotee of Shivji, was a follower of Shivji, but Lord Ram is on a different platform. He's Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna himself. Why he established Shivlinga there? Many reasons. To give respect to Shivji, Prabhupada explained, just like a CEO of a company or owner of a company gives respect to a manager in his company to show to the general public how they should respect the manager. So same way Lord Ram showed respect to Shivji to show it to us, to reveal it to us that how we should be respecting Shivji. So Rameshwaram, Prabhupada explained, Rameshwaram means Ram jinke Ishwar hai, not the Ishwar of Ram. So we have to understand it properly. That's why we have to learn it from bona fide spiritual masters. They only can explain. The modern theory that starvation is due to an increase in population is not accepted by the demigods or the devotees of the Lord. The devotees or demigods are fully aware that the Lord can maintain any number of living entities, provided they're conscious of how to eat. If they want to eat like ordinary animals who have no God consciousness, then they must live in starvation, poverty, and want, like the jungle animals in the forest. The jungle animals are also maintained by the Lord with the respective foodstuff, but they are not advanced in God consciousness. Similarly, human beings are provided with food grains, vegetables, fruits, and milk by the grace of the Lord. But it's a duty of the human beings to acknowledge the mercy of the Lord. As a matter of gratitude, they should feel obliged to the Lord for their supply of foodstuff, and they must first offer him food in sacrifice and then partake of the remnants. So this is very, very important for us to follow. We all have to live, and we all have to eat to live. But how to eat, what to eat, that is important. So that's why it is said, Jaisa an, Vaisa man, Jaisa pani, Vaisi vani. So we offer everything to the Lord, and He gives everything back. It's not like He's keeping anything. Only thing He's keeping is the love and the devotion portion in that offering. And He gives back His mercy along with the food. And then we can eat that food to our heart's content and be happy. But this is what the demigods are trying to find out. This is to the beginning of the creation. Brahmaji, he just did the creation. That's it. All the elements are formed and the demigods are produced. And they are asking Krishna to give them the intelligence and tell them how to do the sacrifice. So see the position of demigods. They all are devotees of the Lord. And they want to establish it for not for themselves, but for the people, for the people who are going to come later on, for all the living entities, that we should offer to the Lord anything and everything, especially the food stuff that we're going to eat. In Bhagavad Gita, it is confirmed that one who takes food stuff for after a performance of sacrifice eats real food for proper maintenance of the body and soul. But one who cooks for himself and does not perform any sacrifice eats only lumps of sin in the shape of foodstuff. Such sinful eating can never make one happy or free from scarcity. Famine is not due to an increase in population, as less intelligent economists think. When human society is grateful to the Lord for all his gifts for the maintenance of the living entities, then there is certainly no scarcity or want in the society. But when men are unaware of the intrinsic value of such gifts from the Lord, surely they are in want. A person who has no God consciousness may live in opulence for the time being due to his past virtuous acts. But if one forgets his relationship with the Lord, certainly he must await the stage of starvation by the law of the powerful material nature. One cannot escape the vigilance of the powerful material nature unless he leads a God conscious or devotional life. So this powerful material nature is the Devi, is a Prakriti, is the Bhautik energy, Maya of Lord. And she is watching everything, whatever is happening in the material. That's why her personification is Durga. So she is watching, and her 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 goal is to make everybody aware of their position and Krishna's position, and they should live properly. Especially what we are eating, we should offer it to Krishna first. That is still okay. This is Krishna's mercy. This is what Krishna says, Yat karosi, yat dashnasi, yat johoshi dadasi. Whatever you do, whatever you offer, whatever you give away, whatever you eat, you offer as a sacrifice to me first. But that's still a lower status. Higher status is Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yomi Bhakti Prayachati. If one offers me with love and devotion a little water, leaf, flower, fruit, I accept it. There's a difference. First one was whatever you eat, you offer. Second is you cook, you prepare with love and devotion. Even if you don't prepare, you just pluck a fruit and flower, a tulsi leaf, little water. Nothing in this you have to make, but you just offer me with love. Higher than that is we prepare everything with lots of love and devotion and offer it to the Lord. Prepared varieties of food stuff. Jagannath Puri, they prepare Chappan Bhog every single day. You all must have read the description I posted yesterday. How much with love and devotion they prepare for what? For the pleasure of the Lord. And Jagannath really eats. It's figuratively. No. He really likes to eat and he eats. And if the offering is late, the pujaris can get in trouble also for that. So, so it's a love that counts. Of course, those who are not in the path of bhakti, they cannot understand this. Of course, it's beyond their comprehension. No problem. Let them be ignorant like that. But those who are devotees, they can really see, they can really feed the Lord. And one, if the Lord has eaten, can there be any scarcity, any need in that devotee's house? You know, when Sudamaji went to Dwarka, we all know the story that He was so poor, although he was a Gurukuli friend of Krishna, but he was very poor, living near Dwarka at a place called Porbandar, which not far from Dwarka. So very poor, and somehow his wife told him, "You should go see Dwarkadhish and get something for our maintenance." And wife was also a Brahmini, and she didn't want anything for herself. Her point was she could not see her husband and kids. I mean, living so poorly and completely famished. She could not see that. She could not tolerate that. So Sudamaji obviously said, "Okay, I'll go see Dwarkadish." And his point was, he still didn't want to ask anything, but he just wanted to not lose the opportunity to go and see Krishna. When he started to leave for Dwarka, his wife said, "At least take something for your friend. You're going to go see him after a long time." Now, what to take? They didn't have anything in the house. Nothing. Just completely nothing in the hut. So his wife went for begging, and in begging, if somebody gives this puffed rice, and that too, the poorest quality of puffed rice, that is the cheapest thing they can give, because puffed rice actually has no value. There is nothing in it. It's just puffed up. There's no value in it. That's why Prabhupada used to use this word, puffed up. Puffed up means it's just all form. There is no substance in it. So Sudamaji took, only thing he got was this 2 palmfuls of puffed rice, 2 or 3 palmfuls. So he took it. He just tied up in a very old dirty cloth and he just took it. He went to see Dwarkadish. Of course, security guard stopped him and he pleaded with them that I'm old Gurukuli friend of Krishna. Went inside somehow. Krishna saw the Sudama. Sudamaji went and Krishna was very happy to see him. He sat him on his own bed and he brought the water and he washed the lotus feet of Sudama. Sudama was completely ashamed. He was shocked. What is this happening? And Krishna brought Rukminiji also to do the same. And Krishna asking him, "Okay, how are you? How is your wife?" And Sudama was so shy, he could not even tell that I'm poor. Krishna knows everything. He wanted to hear from Sudama. And then Krishna said, "Oh, you must have brought some gift for me." Krishna knows what gift and how much gift and where is the gift. He knows everything. But he wanted Sudama to give him. But Sudama was so shy. How can I give this cheapest puffed rice, the rotten puffed rice to Dwarkadish? Look at the opulence of Krishna. And look at me. I came here in all torn clothes. And how can I even think of giving this puffed rice? But Krishna, he saw this potli and he grabbed it. And Sudama was trying to stop him, but Krishna was powerful. Sudama could not stop him. Then Krishna ate 1 palmful of that puffed rice. No, Sudama did not own that puffed rice. He had only begged it. His wife begged it from neighbors. He just brought it. But Krishna was tasting not the puffed rice, he was tasting the friendship, the love of Sudama for himself. And he tasted it. He wanted to eat another palmful. Rukmini stopped him. Outwardly, Rukmini ji said, No, you just leave some for us also. Actually, she wanted to stop Krishna because she didn't want him to eat that dirty puffed rice. But internally, there was another reason. Rukmini ji thought, by eating 1 palmful of puffed rice from Sudama's potli, Krishna, you have given me, you have made the Lakshmi a servant of Sudama. Now what else you going to give him? So quit eating this puffed rice. And this is what happened. Sudama didn't ask, and Krishna didn't want to embarrass him. So Sudama just left. And on the way back, Sudama was thinking, oh, Krishna is so dear, so kind. He didn't give me anything because he knew if I had gotten all these material benefits, I might have forgotten him. I might lose my taste of bhakti. So that's why he didn't give me. But when he went back home, he saw it is at the place where his hut was supposed to be. There was a big palace, and he was, did I come to the right place? He was wondering, did I come there? What is happening here? And while he was contemplating like that, there were maids who came from inside and they took him in. And he was thinking, oh, maybe I made a big mistake here or something happened while I was gone and they are looking for the thief. I'm the thief or whatever. And when he went inside, he saw his wife. His wife was completely changed, completely opulent. She was in, and then they bathed him nicely and put on new clothes on him. And all his poverty was completely gone. And what service did he do to Krishna? He didn't even cook. He didn't even buy the puffed rice. He just begged it. Krishna tasted it. So what to speak of devotees who cook with lots of love and devotion for the pleasure of Krishna? Now there is a catch. Love and devotion, not as a matter of, oh yeah, I have to do it. I don't have an option. Or not again. Or whatever we think of. We cook for Jagannathji, we cook for Krishna, we offer that to Krishna. And so when we talk about love and devotion, the atmosphere in the house should be of that nature also. It's not that there's so much of negativity in the house and we are cooking and Matajis are cooking and husband is fighting with them, or husband is cooking and wife is fighting with them. Whatever. That negativity also goes in the food because it goes in the consciousness. Whatever is in our consciousness, it goes in the food. How can we offer that food to Krishna? So means the house has to be full of positive, devotional vibes with everybody cooperating with each other, everybody lovingly serving together. Krishna, that's what it means when Prabhupada said, keep Krishna in the center of your household life. It doesn't mean give him the best room in the house, but this is also important. We should give him the best place. But all it means in the middle of all our activities, Krishna should be there. And then when Krishna is there, then our dealings will be completely full of love and understanding and caring. Dealings with each other, understanding. Oh, she is a devotee of Krishna. She is a servant of Krishna. Let me help her making advancement. And he is a devotee of Krishna. She is thinking, he's a servant of Krishna. Let me help him. Kids, obviously, they are devotees. So we have to take care of them in such a way that they advance on the path of bhakti. And when in that house, in that atmosphere, when something is cooked, so much of cooperation and love and care, that food is what Krishna is going to taste because there's so much of love and devotion. He has thousands of Lakshmis serving him. He doesn't need our super cooked food, specially cooked food. He just wants to taste of love and devotion. Of course, wherever there is love and devotion, we want to offer him the best thing that we can. So the atmosphere in the house has to be very, very nice, super sweet. And when in that atmosphere, if you cook, it'll be the best food. for Krishna to have. And when Krishna is happy, like the sacrifice, when Krishna is happy, the householders or the people of that house, or the devotees in that house, they cannot have any poverty or any scarcity, anything lacking in the house. Wherever Krishna is eating properly, lovingly, happily, Lakshmi ji has to be there. Srimati Radharani has to be there. So when Lakshmi ji is there, where is the question of any scarcity? There cannot be any scarcity in the house. There cannot be any scarcity in the city, in the country, and the whole planet, in the whole universe. There cannot be. But we are forgetting the main part of the equation: service, love, devotion. So anyway, I'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Manta.
Every time I cook when you give classes, but today my cooking was entirely different. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mata.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Anybody else and any questions or comments? So we'll stop here. You all have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Jai
Hare
Shri
Krishna, Prabhuji. Jai Shri Krishna.